Yo, what up, though? What's good? Give it a couple minutes for everybody to come in. Don't forget to smack that thumbs up as you're entering the building, the association. What up, though? What is good? Salute, salute, salute. Don't forget to smack that thumbs up as you're entering the building. What up, though? What is good? We had a great, awesome weekend, everybody. Man, if you wasn't in tune, then I don't know what was going on. Salute, 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 salute. I know some of y'all went out there and saw Barbie. I'm not going to see no Barbie. I'm not doing it. You can call me whatever you want, but you would never call me watching Barbie. I just was never into Barbie. All right, never will, never. And my wife was trying to get me to go and see Barbie. Nah. Some things I'm just going to stay away from. I don't care what you call me, y'all, Dale, you sexist and all this. Nah, I'm not going to see no God. I'm not going to see Barbie, all right? Too much pink, just too much pink for me. What up, though? Big salute, big salute, guys. We had a hell of a weekend. I loved it. UFC 291, Spence versus Crawford. I went and saw Oppenheimer, long 3-hour movie, but great. Learned some things, supposedly true, based off true events. Not long enough weekend, but today is the last day in July, guys. It seems like we were just saying it was May, all right? The weather was just starting to break here in Detroit, but man, just too long. Before I go forward, I want y'all to do me a favor. One of our brothers, our DST members, salute to Bo. Bo lost his mom's over the weekend. So definitely show some love to Bo. If you got his email, definitely send him some love. It's a tough situation when you lose a parent. But I talked to him today. He's in great spirits and everything. Some of y'all know his story. But if you got his number or something like that, or you got his email, shoot him an email. Hey, Bo, we thinking about you. My condolences and stuff like that. Because don't nobody want to lose a parent. And, I'm fortunate to have both of mine still here. And there's a lot of us who wish they could, So both my parents are well into their 60s. I'm almost 50. So definitely show both some love. With that being said, my condolences, Bo. I'm quite sure he'll probably hear or catch up on the show. From there, guys, great sports weekend. Football is starting. The camps are starting to go. The NBA, all that rumor trades is starting to simmer down a little bit. But in another month, a little bit after a month, we'll be getting college football. Absolutely, we'll be doing that. So we're going to be having some fun very, very soon. Some of y'all gonna be happy down south and other places of the world because y'all kids will go back to school. Up north, they don't go back to school until after Labor Day. So, we got a little bit more time, but I know down south, they getting ready. I want to say in a week or two, send the kids to school. But let's get right into it. I'm not going to hold y'all up. Man, what a hell. Matter of fact, UFC 291, which was a great fight, but it was overtaken. This is the first time in a while where I saw the internet buzz was more about boxing than UFC. Now, we saw a hell of a kick to the neck that knocked, the guy out in UFC 291. In UFC, you can be losing with 10 seconds to go, and boom. But the star of the show was Derek Lewis, man. If you did not watch that UFC 291, I think Derek was like the second fight before the main event. So I think he was the fight before the main event. If he wasn't, it was the fight before. But I want to say he was the fight before the main event. Man, listen. That dude right there is a funny character. Man, that just his humor alone, they probably going to give him another 2-3 fight deal because he did. I mean, he knocked the dude out. He was supposed to knock the dude out. But what he did afterwards by taking off his trunks, and y'all got to go and see it because I know some of y'all are with your children. We kind of balance it out a little bit. We're not disrespecting or talking crazy in front of the kids, but y'all have to go on YouTube, find it, Derek Lewis 291. I guaranteed you, either you gonna do this or you gonna be like, man, this dude is crazy. So, he knocked the dude out with a knee. He didn't knock him out with a knee, but he knocked him over with a knee. Beat him. They end up calling it off and stuff like that. And Derek went Derek. Trunks came down, all this crap. It was such a funny post-fight. It was crazy, man, talking to Joe Rogan. So salute to Derek, man. That crap was funny. Other than that, like I say, if you saw UFC, you saw the heck of a kick. And I can never get these guys' names together in UFC because they names be, but you saw the guy get kicked like in the back of the neck. But now the funny part about that was Herb, right? I can't, hold on, let me do this. Let me back this up, guys. The funny thing about this was Herb Dean, when he got knocked out, and the guy, the main event, the guy went for the hammer punch, right? Herb tried to get over there, but Herb Dean, who was the referee, was too late. Go back and watch it. Herb Dean slipped and dropped the Randy Savage elbow on the guy who was knocked out, man. Hey, look, me and LJ laughed so hard. We laughed so hard, man. It was crazy, man. This was their second fight. I think the guy, I wrote it down, Poirier, and I can never say the guy with the G last name, Gothro or something like that. Excuse me if I messed up the name. I can never get them UFC guys together. But it was such funny just seeing Herb Dean after my man was knocked out. Herb Dean tried to get over there in all the black shoes, and he slipped and fell and dropped the Randy Savage elbow on my guy, chest, stomach area. It was funny as heck, man. So funny. But the fight between Spence and Crawford, man, that fight was, for y'all who know, I went with Spence. You know, the reason I did go with Spence, because the opposition, Spence is a pressure fighter. He could take a punch. He could do all of that, right? And so that's who I was going with. Spence. I just thought, he was more the superior fighter. But one thing I did notice, and my brother was over here, and I said, is it me or does Bud look bigger than Spence? And it showed, it looked like Spence did not gain no weight. I don't know about his nutritionist. I don't know. But it looked, as the fight was going, that Bud was bigger to me. Now, I'm not making no excuses, because Spence is my guy. I think Spence will be back. He better not ever fight a highly qualified fighter at 147 again. I do believe that weight played a difference in the fight. Some of them guys bust their tail to make weight, but that just goes to show you the professionalism of Floyd Mayweather. Always staying in shape. Always staying in shape. That way, when the major events happen, he doesn't have to work so hard to lose the weight. He always was professional. And a lot of people don't know that there was a double. Y'all may have known a one weigh-in. Nah, it was two weigh-ins on them guys. All right, two weigh-ins. Nothing has come out, but from my understanding, somebody was really struggling. All right. They really didn't give out any names, so I don't know if it was Crawford, but Crawford came in at 146. Spence came in at 147. So I don't know which one it was. Both of them said it was hard to make the weight, but it seems like Crawford hydrated way better than Spence, and he looked like he was the bigger fighter. But it was such a beautiful technical fight on Crawford's side. I mean, anytime you get knocked on your tail as a professional with a jab, that lets you know either that guy can jab or something else is going on, in your background. For some of y'all know, Earl Spence was in a hell of a car accident. Not one but two. But the first one, he was going at high rate of speed, allegedly over 100 miles an hour. He was drinking. Some people have speculated that if he wasn't, buzzing or allegedly high, he would have died. Some people said only thing that saved him was because of that. I'm not for sure. I don't know. This is all alleged information, and people speculating. I don't know. But they said because he was high, that's what saved his life. And you hear craziness all the time where people done got into some crazy situations, accidents, but they've been drunk or they've been high off of something, and they end up, we saw it in the movie called Scarface. Remember, he was doped up in Scarface and was taking them shots like it wasn't nothing because he was, high. In this event, Spence was going at a high rate of speed, and it, got ejected. The car flipped multiple times. Y'all can go and look at it on YouTube. And he got ejected. Once he got ejected, that means he either went through the side, the door window, or he went through the windshield. We do know he was ejected outside the car, and face was all messed up, lost teeth, everything. So that's why you really see like the teeth, it look a little large and stuff like that, because he lost them in that type of accident. But it was still you can't take anything away from Crawford. You know, a beautiful performance, a beautiful performance. And he did what he was supposed to do. And, you know, there's information that just got released that, you know, the rematch, Spence is going to take the rematch. Now, the negotiations is going to be at what weight? All right, what weight? And we have to see. We have to see. If he go down to 147 again, he's going to get demolished. I just think it was too much, you know, for him to do right now. But, you know, I done saw some things in boxing. I done saw some guys who couldn't make that weight again. And when they fought again, it's been multiple fights with guys that avenged their loss. You know, multiple rematches. Or even if they didn't avenge it, the fight was more competitive. It was more balanced. And they might have lost by a point or two or something like that. But nobody got demolished like Spence. You know, it didn't hurt me like how Roy Jones got knocked out. I'm gonna just tell you, when Roy Jones got knocked out by Tarver, it was like my soul left my body. Because as y'all know, that's my favorite fighter I ever saw in my lifetime. I didn't see Ali. I didn't see no Jack Johnson. I saw a little bit of Sugar Ray Lewis. I mean, Ray Leonard, not Lewis. I saw Bernard. I saw Winky Wright. I saw Floyd Mayweather. I saw a lot of talented fighters. I saw Andre Ward. I saw a lot of talented fighters. But to me, I just, with skill set and performance, to me, I just think in my lifetime, Roy Jones Jr., just because of what he did, you know, playing sports, playing in movies and trying to rap, and then playing in a semi-pro basketball league, and then coming later on, hours later, to knock somebody out. I just think that was crazy on what he did. Now, some of y'all may disagree. I don't think it's that type of show to debate me on. It's just my personal preference. I just believe what my eyes saw, I thought Roy Jones was the greatest that I ever saw. All right, that's just me. My big brother put me on to Roy Jones. Even my wife started liking Roy Jones, and when he lost, my wife was sitting there looking like she was about to cry because we like he's such a good character, funny character, and talk major stuff. But everybody got to lose at one point or another. You know, you're going to say Floyd Mayweather never lost, but, you know, some people don't lose. You know, it's all good. But I like a person that, you know, in their prime, going in there trying to knock the head off somebody. So, and that's just boxing to me. So, boxing to me this weekend took over the internet. I think this is the first time that we saw that boxing, even though I believe UFC did more numbers, it ain't no doubt I know they did more numbers. But as far as putting it out there across the internet, that boxing took over. Even on different podcasts. I'm talking about professionals, you know, such as like Stephen A. Well, you can't go Joe Rogan because you know what he's going to talk about. But different sports mindsets, right? All these guys that are in sports, guys were talking about the fight, boxing. That was the headlines for the last couple of days, and a lot of guys could not wait to get to Monday and talk about it. I mean, it was amazing. And this is what sports is supposed to be about, right? Even when you go to the championship, it should be the best versus the best. You know, you say you're the best, then, you know, you got to lead up to the best, you know. And then combat sports, the best should go against the best. Shouldn't be no politics or anything like that. I'm going to get one more point. I got to give some love to Crawford. What Crawford did in the post-conference, the post-fight conference, I never seen anybody do that before. He went over. Now, this could be something, right? This could be something very, very interesting. Some of y'all need to go and look at the post-fight conference. He took them belts and gave them back to Earl Spence. Did anybody pay attention to that? He took them belts that he took from Earl Spence and gave it back to him. Now, could this have been something as, you know, something that they did in agreement? Like, hey, man, look, after I beat your tail in the contract, I need you to hand me back them belts or something, you know, as far as Spence, you know, saying, here you go, man, you got my belts. I don't know. It didn't seem that way to me. Crawford won over a lot of people because he could have bashed the mess out of Spence. He could have bashed him, but he took the high road. He said, listen, man, you know, if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for Spence, you wouldn't even see me in this spotlight right now, you know. And man, such a professional, guys. Didn't even talk the smack. Now they talk smack leading up, right? You saw the before the fight, that last press conference when both parties were at each other, but he took the high road, you know. He took the high road, and I thought, I guarantee other fans such as me that was on Spence crossed that fence, and you got to give it to, you know, you got to give it to Crawford. You know, I watched this fights, but I really watched Spence fights. But now I just got to see where this play out, because Crawford is what, 36 years old. He's 36 years old. So, I mean, you know, will he be fighting until he's 40 to wipe out the welterweight? I don't know. I don't think it's enough time for it, but we will see, guys. I know y'all saw it, and it was, man, I just thought that was a high road. Even though Spence looked at the belt, gave it to somebody, and set the other belt down like, man, this is yours. Because, I mean, I'm quite sure his pride was gone. I mean, his face was just, it was just messed all up. All right? So I'm hoping he's healing. But great fight, man. Great fight. And again, Derek on 291, UFC 291, and Herb Dean sliding over there. Boom. Dropping the elbow. He didn't mean it, but he did the Randy Savage over there. All right. I got the new Hisense. All right. I did get the new Hisense. Let me do this right here. Let me do this right here. Dang, my dog, man. This is my guy. I didn't even present this right here, but I guess I can show it to you, right? I guess I can show it to you. This is, man, it hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings, man. Some of y'all gonna be like, Dale, why you do that? But yeah, man, knock the slob. You see the slob right here. You see this little line? But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. He took a beating, and that it's like that sometimes, you know. And, you know, nobody ever saw him in this position, but salute to Spence, salute to Crawford for putting on a great performance. But it's just a chance. Let me see who's calling me at this moment. That's my little brother. I'll call him back. But, you know, he'll be back. I guaranteed it. For some of y'all, let's switch gears right here. My Hisense, if you're a part of DST Facebook group, D as in David, S as in Sam, T as in Tango. If you're a part of that group, you actually saw me post some pictures when my TV came in. Now, let me give you a little rundown of what happened, guys. Let me get a rundown of what happened. I want to show you something right quick. I had to really get on Best Buy tail. Best Buy was on some bull crap. Where you at? Where you at? Best Buy tried to change my appointment. All right. On Friday, and I'm going to show it to y'all. I'm just making sure I ain't got nothing crazy on here. I don't know if it's going to be correctly on here or not, but on Friday, I want you to pay attention to Friday. I don't know if y'all can see it. All right. You see Best Buy, see you on 7/29 between 2 and 6. Make sure to complete all prep now and track your status. I've been getting those type of texts. I mean, look, that was on Friday, right? I'm going to show you that it's on Friday. That was on Friday, right? I'm going to just show you. On Wednesday, right? Wednesday, got a text, all right? On Saturday, the last, you see everything says 7/29. Well, guys, you know your boy Dell wasn't going for the bull crap. They hit me up at 9:30. See, they thought I was asleep. They thought I supposed to have been doing a consultation. They thought I was asleep. They was gonna slip one in on me. All right. So they hit me with on Saturday, the 29th. I want y'all to pay attention. Man, I love this camera. I love this camera. They say, yo, your appointment is on 8/5. You see, at 9:30 in the morning. Oh, they tried to get me, guys. Oh, they tried to get me. And so I'm sitting back like, what? Hell no, right? So I called, it was 9:30. By 9:30, it was 26. 9:30, I was calling the 188 number, the 1-800 number, Best Buy. So the young lady was like, yeah, due to the storm, my power just came on and everything. She was like, yeah, due to the storm, we had to reschedule. I said, well, the storm was Wednesday. I said, the storm was Wednesday. What does that have to do with Saturday? So that means you had 2 days to even send me a text saying, hey, due to the storm, we have to reschedule. I understand that, right? They tried to hit me with the okie doke. So I'm talking to the young lady. I guess she going back and forth. They doing a walkthrough. I said, she said, well, yeah, due to the storm. And I'm like, listen, that storm was Wednesday, Thursday. What does that have to do with Saturday? And she is like, yeah, I'm so sorry, this and that and this. I'm like, look, you got to do what you want. You got to do everything. I need that television because there's a major fight. And I lied. I said, I'm not going to be here on the 5th anyway. I'm going out of town. And I told him I took the TV off the wall and had it because they told me to prep, right? So I had the TV off the mount and all of that. So she couldn't help me. So I had this dude. So as I'm going, I'm like, look, I'm going up to Best Buy because I'm about to pitch one. I go up, as I'm going to Best Buy, I get a call. Dude, like, it's I think it's like 10:15, 10:20 in the morning, Saturday morning. He like, yeah, this is Best Buy. My name Josh or something like that. He said, yeah, I'm just calling to give you a heads up that we had to reschedule you. We got you down for the 5th. And I say, what you mean you got me down for the 5th? I say, what reason would y'all have to change me? I'm like, he was like, yeah, the technician got hurt. I said, well, y'all don't have any backups? You know, $1 billion corporation that doesn't have any backups? And that's what I'm saying, like, no backups? And he said, no, you know, he was making some excuses and all of that. I said, man, listen, UFC 291 come on, Spence and Crawford come on. I said, I need somebody here to put the TV, because they told me that, even though I was lying, they told me to take the TV off the mount, right? And right now my TV is sitting there leaning against my wall. I'm not about to watch that like that. And I lied. I told him, I said, I don't have no stand, no nothing, right? And so he was like, yeah, you know, can you call somebody and ask them? No, I can't call nobody and ask them to put them on the wall. So by this time, we going in circles. I just hung up on him. So now I'm up in Best Buy. Best Buy, I'm trying to talk to this young lady. She told me to hold on. Remember, it's early. They open up at 10. I think I end up getting there about 10:30, 10:35, maybe 10:40. And that's what they did. They sat back. She was like, okay, yeah, I'll be with you in just a second. So I'm ready to go, letting them know. So she was like, well, unfortunately, due to we can't, cause our installer is hurt, and there's nothing that we can do. I said, well, since you can't do nothing, I said, I swear to God, if y'all can't do, I said, if you can't help me, get me to a manager who can possibly help me. I say, because I spend too much money with y'all. And that's just what I told him. I said, I will bring this TV back and sit it on this counter, whether it got feet on it or not. I said, because I paid too much. I say, I made that appointment 2 weeks ago, and now you trying to make me wait another week? I said, nah, it ain't going down like that. I said, I swear I will bring that TV that's sitting on the floor. Again, I'm lying. I said, I will bring it in here and put it right here, and y'all gonna give me my money back, and I'll go to ABC Warehouse. And they already told me that they will install it today as long as I get there by 2 o'clock. All right. And make a long story short, my man looked up my account. He took a picture. He was like, hold up, I'll be right back. Because the manager saw, like, hold up. Because he was like, look, this guy spend money with us. He's a total tech. He spends money. And guess what he did? He made 2 calls. And a guy came. He had one of his geek squad who was back there supposedly working on some computers. And another guy from a whole nother, like 30 minutes away, within 2 hours. Whatever he said, I know what he said. Listen, we got a gentleman who been waiting 2 weeks. Not only do he wait 2 weeks, this guy spend bread with us. We got to take care of him. And to make a long story short, they came out, and that's why I say you saw the pictures of me when they was putting up the new Hisense U8K. All right, you saw it right then and there, and that's when I went in. What up, though? I'm on this live. Huh? Yeah, right here. But yeah, that's when y'all saw me actually post the pictures, and them guys came in and did their thing, But it just goes to show you, like, what you can do and how they'll take care of you. And sometimes you got to take that drive and actually go there and stand on your pivot. You got to pivot and let them know you would give me back my $1,600. Do you think they really want to give you back your $1,600? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so that's what I did, and I got taken care of. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work for a lot of y'all, It just depends. It just depends. You know, it just depends who you are and what you're capable of doing. And I got a relationship with Best Buy. They see this, they understand, and I guarantee when that guy typed in my information, he took down my phone number, he probably like, oh my goodness, yeah, this guy spend money. He spend money. Because a lot of times I get my electronics from Best Buy. It's either Amazon or Best Buy. But Best Buy, when I need something urgently right away, like televisions, I'm not about to order from Amazon. Certain devices I'm not going to order, because if something go wrong, I needed to get replaced like that. And so with that being said, you know, you got to be able to go into a facility. I'm not about to call Amazon and then Amazon gonna tell me, oh, well, you know, you got to box it up and then we can come and pick it up. No, if this TV in front of me goes down right now, I'm going to pick it up and take it, because it's still covered. I can take it to, or matter of fact, I can just call them and they can come pick it up and take it and bring me another television. So that's the whole benefit to buying local. And with that being said, with local, me being a Total Tech member, for some of y'all who buy at Best Buy, I'm telling you, become a Total Tech, because you get all the benefits. With the benefits, they come and mount your television. They come pick up your television. They will come and get some of them old electronics that you have at your house. Not only if your computer go down, laptop, Mac. Well, if it's a Mac, you know they're gonna send that off. But they'll still take it and get it repaired for you for either free or a little bit of nothing. Like y'all saw when my computer went down, I took in my tower, and the only thing I paid for, they repaired it, everything, and they was like, you know, I knew they lied though. Oh, your hard drive, you know, is messed up, but we suggest that you just get a new SSD, a 1 terabyte. I'm saying, how much is that? Oh, we running a special, $64.99. Go and install it, man. So they gonna try to get something out of you, and it just ran a whole lot better, you know. And I got the computer, everything up and working, and then we went from there. But it's amazing. That's why I say, you know, certain devices I'm not going to get from Amazon. Televisions, stuff like that, I am not going to get from Amazon. I need to get that local. That way, if I need to go up in there and get some things moving, I got a person I can talk to face to face and then go from there. But I'm telling you, it is pretty. I'm telling you, it's such a great program, that Total Tech. But now, if you only go into Best Buy once every 6 months, don't even waste your money. Don't even do it. But if you somebody that's, you know, if I get a Fire Stick from Best Buy and my Fire Stick goes out for whatever reason, all right, it goes out, and then that way I can sit back and say, hey man, I bought this Fire Stick 4 months ago and it went out. And they'll take it into consideration, because a lot of the electronics is covered for 24 months. And that's the whole benefit in that. Hold up, guys, my camera is trying to move on me. There we go. So, but yeah, but again, that's what you have to do. You know, you just have to know what you got to do. Know what you read them. Listen, I don't got the receipt in front of me, but yes, I do. This Best Buy? No, this ain't Best Buy. This is Micro Center. Listen, if you're a Total Tech, read what that receipt says. A lot of y'all don't even read the receipts and the benefits of what you can get from Best Buy and some of these other tech companies as well. But read it. And then for like, what is it? They give you 90 days, right? They give you 90 days to return. So basically, you can get a television. If you're a Total Tech, you can get whatever television you want. And within them 90 days, if you don't like it, or maybe a better television comes out, like what I just did, you can take it, you can call them and say, hey man, I don't like this television. Or you can just go up there and look at another television and say, yeah, man, I need to set up an appointment. Come get this TV. Just like what I did. Y'all saw me do this with this Hisense. All right. You saw me go and get about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months, turn the Hisense U8H into the new release Hisense U8K, which is a lot better. I ain't gonna say it's too much better, but the colors are a little bit deeper. The black is awesome, man. It is amazing, amazing. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to do, because I'm telling you, that Total Tech is the truth. It is the truth. But hold up, guys. I'm gonna take a little break right here, and I got some company here. All right, so give me a second, and I'm gonna wrap and then go from there. Hold up, guys. Yo, okay. What up, though? What is good? What is good? What is good? Sorry about that. But guys, I just want you to know that when it comes to certain retailer stores, definitely know what works. But I'm going to show you, man. Listen, I got this bad boy. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you to do, let me do this right quick. All right. I'm telling you, it is so good. Listen, I'm so happy that Rich, Vincent, I think Soul Bro, Rich Little Poor Boy, all them guys were saying, Dale, get you a nice TV, get you a television that just works. Like, get something where your colors, your red is red. Because in the past, guys, I use a TV is a TV to me. All right. But it does make a difference. I'm telling you that now. I don't care if you got one. It does make a difference. All right. But I'm gonna show you what I do. I don't know about nobody else. I'm gonna show you exactly what I do, and this is going to tell you right here if your television is worth something. All right. I go to the site. I think I showed you this a couple of not too long ago. All right. Let me see. Where you at? I think I showed you this right here. I think this is it. Listen. And here it is right here. This is the site that I use right here. All right. And one thing about it, it has all of these different colors and your blacks and everything. Go to something like this. All right. Something like this that demonstrates. Now, I can go here and put it up on, I got a Hisense right here, but it's a lower end Hisense. It's a 65 inch. I'm not going to lie, it's a 65 inch. But the thing about it, it is not that U8H. I don't forget, it's a lower end. I think I only paid like $500-$600 for this 65 inch. That's right here on the right side of me. But the thing about it, over here, I go over here just to see these vivid colors. All right. And to see all of this, whether it's Dolby Vision or HDR plus, basically all of that is a bunch of images, right? That's what it comes down to. It comes down to them colors. Is your black is black, which I've learned. All right. I was one of them knuckleheads that, of course, hold up, let me do this. All right. I was one of them knuckleheads. I thought I told you to stop. All right. I was one of them knuckleheads that, man, a TV is a TV. I don't care. I mean, look, it's all about personal preference. You do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, this is what it comes down to. It is such an amazing piece of equipment that we have where we can sit there and watch anything in 4K and get some of the best images possible. But all I do, I get on that television, I go to YouTube, and I go to something like Dolby Vision or one of them channels that actually records it and put them colors up. And when I tell you, man, it's crazy. The colors that come out this TV is amazing. Amazing. It is amazing. All right. Again, this is it right here. This is the newest model that I have. And the one that they tried to eliminate, well, I ain't gonna say eliminate, delay me from getting. All right. Just a beautiful I'm talking about, again, beautiful, beautiful television. Even if we look at the specs, I mean, it's just, and look, let me tell you again, for some of y'all who are not a part of or not part of the DST, as a Total Tech member, I got this TV right here. I got this TV. This TV was the same price. They remember it was going for, when I first looked at it, I think it was going for what? $16.99. I think it was going for 16, and then I got it for $15.99. No, the retail price was $22.99. They had a retail for $16.99, but they didn't have many of them that was out. They threw it on sale for $15.99. I made the purchase for $15.99. That's $1,600. Guys, they released last week, and I'm glad I went on to Best Buy and caught this. And this is why some of y'all have to go on to Best Buy. And I'm telling you, if you make a purchase at Best Buy, continue, really when it's a high-end device like this, make sure you pay attention, because Best Buy is known for throwing these televisions and things, the one that you just purchased, on sale the next day or next week or 2 weeks later. They're known for that. But as a Total Tech, they put this TV for $14.99. If you're part of DST, I put it in there, the receipt, and they had to give me back $106. All right, I'm telling you, whatever gadgets you get, pay attention to it. That way you know exactly what you're getting. But again, very, very nice setup. Very, very easy to navigate. Just a nice quality television. And again, I'm one of them people, once I experience it, I want it. All right. There's no going back. Like, so if I'm watching Mission Impossible, this new Mission Impossible that is coming out, all right, the new one, I cannot wait to get it. Let me back this bad boy up. I keep using my hand gesture and they keep throwing the camera off. But again, very, very, very nice. I'm telling you, man, you can't go wrong with this television. And again, you can have this work with your Apple TV, NVIDIA Shield. You can have it work with a lot. But the thing about it, though, there's the thing about it. For this television, make sure you have a nice, decent, well, a branded television. I would say that. All right. I would say make sure, you got you a name behind it. Just make sure. Don't go with one of them little cheap ones that, that's, $22. You're going to end up having some problems. All of them, listen, because they say it's HDR, when we put it out, it could be not the real deal. All right. They'll say they got license and everything like that. Yeah, it could be a little basic part of it, but just make sure it look good, and not all devices are going to push, that technology across so it look good on your television. Believe me, I know. So with that being said, some people going to email me and say, well, Dale, I'm thinking of getting a high-end television. What device should I get? You can go with a Zadu. You can go with a Cube, Amazon Cube. You can go with an NVIDIA Shield. If you want them Dune devices, which I don't like the user interface, those go pretty well. There are, you can do the push it where you want to take it those type of devices right there will definitely get you where you need to be. Really, when you're talking about a higher end television, where you want to see a dark image of your blacks and things like that. Now, look, guys, when we're streaming, like some of us, some of y'all got IPTV, that image is not going to look the same as 4K. All right. That's just how it is. It is not going to be the same. Don't think, hey, man, I don't bought this TV and now I'm trying to watch IP. It is not the same quality. HDR, HDR10 Plus, Dolby Vision, all of those technologies are really meant for video, like dedicated video content. Or if you rip your movies, your 4K, your Blu-rays, if you rip it and whether you rip it to another disc or you rip it to your NAS, or maybe you got a flash drive, an external hard drive, it's meant for that. All right, it's meant for you viewing and you seeing it. I received an email. I can't remember. It was a while ago. Hey man, I think the person ended up getting a high-end, Samsung or maybe a Sony or something like that. And they was like, man, when I go and look at my IPTV, it be looking grainy. Yeah, it's gonna look grainy because that's not 4K. All right, it's not going to give you that type of technology. It's really meant for movie watching, like disc watching, ripping your content. And so that's all it's about. That is really what it's all about. And I guarantee you, when you see it, you'll be like, wow. That's why when you go into Best Buy, ABC Warehouse, Costco, Walmart, and you look at them higher end televisions and it looks so good. You be like, oh my goodness, man, that burgundy, look at that candy apple. Everything looks beautiful. Everything looks beautiful. But then when you get it at home and you hook it up to your cable box, or you watching IPTV, it doesn't look great because it's really not meant for that purpose. All right, it's meant for you to take the content, whether you rip it or you hooking up a 4K to your television and you watching it that way. That's when that Dolby Vision, that HDR10, HDR10 Plus really kicks in. And not every, listen, this television I have right here, they tell you, oh, Dolby Vision. Listen, I can pull up the specs on this. This Dolby Vision don't look like that television I got upstairs. I'm going to just be honest with you. There's different phases to this. There's difference. So don't think because you got, your television, every TV say 4K. Some of your TV is going to say 8K. And you're going to be like, oh, shoot, I got an 8K television. Well, first of all, ain't no too much content in 8K. Some of y'all going to get in love with this AV1. There's not too much content in AV1. All right? So don't get caught up in all of that as of yet. And not every television is built the same. Again, I got 2 Hisenses and I got an LG in my house. All of them say 4K, Dolby Vision, or HDR10 Plus. They do that. But there are phases and differences to all of these devices. The reason I can speak on it because I have the devices in hand. I have everything right here in front of me where I can say this Hisense television does not look nowhere near that television that I showed you the pictures on. And so that's the difference to this. You got to get the equipment if you want to enjoy what they say you have. You got to get the equipment. You You're not going to enjoy it. You may have the ripping software, right? You may have the flash drive or the external hard drive. Shoot, you may have a NAS. You might have a rip of a DC or Marvel, a Mission Impossible, one of these newer ones, right? You may have the 4K version that you ripped. But if your TV is a lower end, you're not going to get the resolution that you think you should get. All right, let me repeat that. You're not going to get what you think you're going to get because your television said 8K, 4K, HDR10 plus. If it's a lower end device, that's just what it is. Now, if you come for lower end devices and maybe you get a $600 television, that might be an upgrade. Just like me, I've been there, but I've also been taught there are phases to this bad boy. There are levels to this, all right? And a lot of us, it took me to go from I'm not even at the top of the level. I just got a nice entry level television that they compare to some of these higher end televisions. But there are levels to this, all right? There are levels to this bad boy. And I'm telling you, that's what you want. I'm telling you, can't nobody tell me the little setup I had with that Android, what was it, JVC or JBL? Y'all remember that long sound bar I had, right? That long sound bar. It was good for me. It was good for me. I still have one. It was good for me. But that sound bar don't sound nothing like that Vizio Elevate because there's levels to this. And I guarantee my sound bar doesn't sound like LJ's or Vincent's or even Rich Little Poor Boy because there's levels to this. All right? Don't get me wrong. I mean, what you like is what you like. But I guarantee, I'm just being real. I guarantee that $600, $700 television is not going to look the same as a $1,800, $1,900, or $2,000 television. It's different technology, and the more you pay, the more quality is supposed to be there. You know, and I'm telling you, that's why I say, if you get your television, if you get a higher end television, go to one of these sites like this. Go to one of these sites like this. Just go there. And I guarantee, and then listen, on your lower end, put one of these on. And then go to your television. Some of y'all got higher end cell phones. All right. Y'all got these Samsung Folds. You got these Ultras. You got these iPhone, whatever they own right now, 16, 17, whatever they on. Those are higher end devices. Those devices play the content like this better than your television. All right? It plays it better than your television. And that's because the specs that they put into that phone, all right, is able to capture the colors and everything and is able to perform, you know, and get everything to look great. That's all you got to do. If you got a lower end television, take your higher end phone and just put it up and next to you, just hold it out. Listen, I guarantee, because I did it. Just hold your higher end phone. You can put it on the same thing. Every television is pretty much smart, but just hold it. All right, just hold it just like this, and look at the difference on your television, and then look at the difference on your phone. You're gonna see which device has better colors or not. All right, and I'm telling you, believe me. And the reason I know, because I come from cheap cell phones. Guess what my cheap cell phone was? It was a blue smartphone. BLU. BLU. I bullcrap you not. I just thought because it was bigger. You know, they say bigger is better. You know, you know what I'm getting, right? The larger it is, the more confidence you have, right? Some of that went over y'all head, but it's all right. But when I went in, my wife was like, "No, you got to get you a better phone. You got to get you a better phone." And she put me on the Samsung. Man, and look, I got that blue right here, which I think that blue had a screen. This is back in the day. The blue had a screen that was like 6.7. Man, listen, that phone, I think it was even, I might even had the one that was 7 inches, right? It was 7 inches. And some of y'all remember it because I used to do the perks and, you know, have my little farm and everything going, playing them videos, and perks used to give me money, all right? But I took them, my wife was like, "No, you gonna get you another phone." Because I was cheap. I'm telling you, I'm very, very cheap. Y'all might say, "Well, Dale get a lot of stuff." No, Dale is kind of cheap, all right? But I put that thing on Samsung next to that blue. Man, that blue been packed up somewhere. I see that blue when I open up these containers. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. So, again, guys, you just, you know, and some people is not going to make, it really comes down to your personal preference. I'm not telling you to go out there and get one. I'm just telling you what I went through, what I saw, and now I see. Now I see, because I was one of them people. But when you start seeing people in the chat like, "Yo, Dale, you need to get you get you a nice TV, get you a real television," so you over there collecting that content, and you think this little low budget Hisense is going to give you all the details. Nah, man. No. There is levels to this. And that's what it's all about, guys. It is all about just knowing your product, do your homework. Like I said, I'm learning. Listen, I've been in this game a long time, and I'm not ashamed to say, yes, I'm still learning. I am still learning. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's all good. I don't know everything, but as long as we get on here and I got y'all and y'all got me and y'all saying, "Hey, Dale, you might want to try this. You might want to try this. Forget that old Toshiba Amazon TV. You might want to go with this one. It's a little bit better." And that's what I like about y'all, because y'all encourage. You say, "Hey, listen, don't," and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not too big to, nothing like that. But this is what it's all about, just sharing information. If it wasn't for Rich, I think it was Rich. It might have been somebody else. I think it was Rich Little Poor. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have known nothing about no Hisense, nothing. I would have been like, "Hey, we good." That LG that I put inside our bedroom would have still been out there. But I knew I had something when I brought that Hisense U8H in. The Hisense U8H. And the family came out, was like, "Dang, yeah, that looked good, Dad. That looked good. Yeah, these colors is popping." They were saying that when we were watching the movie. Like, "Man, these colors is awesome. The yellow is yellow. The gold is gold. The white is white. The black is black." I never had that before. And now it's like, I don't want to ever go back down. I'm going to continue. And look, let them throw one of them even better televisions on sale. You already know what's going to happen. I'm going to purchase this one. Y'all can have this one back. And they gonna change the rules because of me. And you only get one exchange. So again, guys, I'm telling you, it's nice. What time is this? 8:25. Look, if you want to come up here, you got a question for me. I'm thinking about going back to my phone. Y'all let me know if you want me to go back to the phone service. But if you want to jump on, we can do 10, 15 minutes. just coming on. Let me know if you want to talk about the fight. You want to talk about something that happened over the weekend. We can talk about it and see. You might say, Dale, why you think Roy Jones is the greatest? This is your opportunity right here to come on and let's have a discussion. All right, let me go down here. No, George, I ain't forget about you. I told you 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I said that. I'm almost certain I said 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I didn't forget about you. I think I ain't see an email from you. And I could be wrong. Let me do this. Let me go over here and check. But I thought we said 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me see. All right. At least that's what I thought. I could be wrong. Okay, we can consult tomorrow between 8 and 10. Yeah, you confirmed it, George. You say we'll touch base with you about 8 a.m. tomorrow. I got it right here, Friday at 9:26. I sent you an email. I was sitting here waiting on you. I said, man, George must have forgot. I'm Eastern Standard Time. And then that's when I bust up, George. Yeah, but George, we had it scheduled at 8 a.m. So if you come back at 10 a.m., that's like a 2-hour gap. You know, I don't be sitting, you know, on Saturdays, man, I get my consultations in and then I'm out because I don't sit down here all day. I don't sit there all day. But if you go back to your emails, George, at 9:26, you said you would touch base with me at 8 a.m. And I think you came back. I think you came back at 9 a.m. I think I ended up taking it off. Yeah, because I was there at 8 o'clock. I had a link and everything. And I think I ended up getting ready to take off or something like that because I had some other things to do. I had some other things to go. But yeah, I was there. I got the email. If you go to your email, I was there. I was waiting. And then I was like, let me go and send him a email. So yeah, we can schedule up again. We can. Yeah, but we said 8 a.m. though, George. We said 8 a.m. The whole thing was 8 a.m. And I was there at 8 a.m. I think I was there at like 7:50. And I was waiting and waiting. I was like, let me see if George gonna pop in. And then you came in at 9 a.m. You came in at 9. Shoot, by that time, shoot, when I ain't see, I was like, all right, I'll catch him. So we'll link up. I'll send you an email. Maybe we can get together tomorrow. But, you know, because I be having so many schedules and things to do. Remember, I got my outside ventures too. So I'll be trying to accommodate everybody, but I will send you an email later today, and maybe we can link up tomorrow, depending on the work schedule. But this time I ain't wrong, George. I'm not wrong, man. I ain't wrong, man. And look, so when we try, hey, listen, and the thing about it, on Friday, and remember, the reason I said that because my television was coming in. My TV was coming in. That's why I did an early schedule with you. So I think this is when I left, when I ain't hearing nothing from you. I end up going up to Best Buy because they tried to change my schedule. And that's why I know I was up. And that's how, you know, if you caught the show earlier, you saw that. So, but yeah, email me. We'll try to link up tomorrow after work. And if I link up with you tomorrow, it would definitely be around between 6 and 7 Eastern Standard Time. But we did agree. We agreed that 8 a.m. is in the emails. So if you came at 9 o'clock, I'm not wrong. Because I was there. I was there, man, and I was waiting. I was like, all right. I say, Jordan must have overslept, but it's all good. It's all good. I will get you to what you need to be, and then we'll go from there. Because I already know you already paid for the service. So let's do it tomorrow. And after work, I say just be prepared between 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 p.m. All right. But it's probably gonna be more around 6. Oh shoot. I don't think I can do it tomorrow. My wife just told me I might have to do you tonight. Are you busy tonight? George, are you busy tonight? Because it ain't going to take long. I'll tell you that now. It won't take long. It will not take long. Once I show you, you're going to be good to go. Yeah, because it's going to be a busy... she just told me some news. Like, yeah, we got to go and take care of some business. I just forgot just that quick. If you ain't busy tonight, then we'll handle it from here. All right. I will email you with a link. So make sure you just keep your email right there. All right. Just keep your email. Keep your eyes on the email, and we're going to get you going. I promise you. Because tomorrow I will not be available. All right. Any questions, anybody? I got you, George. All right. As soon as I end this show, I'll go up there and grab me a bite, put you a link out there, and then we'll get together. Yep. Any questions, anything that you need to discuss, anything over the weekend, y'all saw that all the Amazon devices was on sale. They even had the Cube for $109. I don't know if it's still like that, but let me see. I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna see the Cube. Yeah, they still got the Cube for $109. And they probably got it like that on Amazon, so that's a good deal. That is an awesome deal, guys. What is this? Hold on. What's the difference? Amazon, this is 3rd gen. All right. What is this? Oh, they giving you, look, they saying they giving you 4 months of Amazon Music free, but then they charge, let me see, Amazon, voice more or less, with remote virus. They ain't giving you nothing for free. See, this is why y'all got to pay attention. Here it is. You got the same device. Look, 4 months free Amazon and 4 months, but it's really not saying. Oh, you know why? They giving you the Pro remote. That's what it is. They're giving you the Pro remote compared to just the regular remote. All right, so let's do this right quick. Hopefully they show the remote in this, which it don't look like. So you get the regular remote with this. All right, let me see if they show the remote. Dang, look at that cat setup. God damn. His look worse than mine. So you get this remote right here, right? This is just the regular remote control that you get right here. But now if you go with the one for 100, this one right here, you get the Pro remote. And so you see the difference right here? You will get this remote. Now, I don't know if they're going to give you the original remote that comes with this, or does this come separately? Because you can buy this remote separately on sale right now. Let me see something, because they got 4 months Amazon free. Are they going to give you... Let me just see something right quick. This is the Pro. So if you going, oh no, they ain't giving it to you. I thought if you bought the remote control, they give you. Oh no, if you listen, if you go and buy this remote right now, they give you 4 months free Amazon right now. So you could, for some of y'all, this is what I use. I use Amazon Music. I don't see a big difference or anything like that, but they giving you 4 months free Amazon Music. All right, so that's pretty cool. That's all you got to do is go and spend $30, and then you get to try this out. Some of y'all got, Apple Music. Some of y'all got Spotify, anything, but you can try out this. Like I said, with Amazon, I make my custom playlists and everything. What did you think about the fight? Are you talking about the boxing or UFC? I talked about it earlier. I think that was my first take. I thought the fight, look, again, I was going for Spence. I even put the picture up. My dude, boy, I hated to see this, boy. I hated to see that. My boy never touched the canvas. I was so hurt. Man, he knocked the slob out. Man, but this is my guy, though. This is still my guy. This is still my guy. And, sometimes you win some, you lose some. But it was a lot of, it was a lot of hurt. Let me see if I can bring up some images. It was a lot of hurt. I don't want no copyright. So it was a lot of stuff right here. I mean, but it is what it is, he took a beating. It's all good. He took a whipping. Sometimes it be like that. But this cat right here, Spence, again, I chose Spence. He looked like he did not hydrate. He looked the same size as when he did the weigh-in. Let me do this. Let me see this right quick. Let me do this. I'm going to see if I can get the weigh-in. Look, I want y'all to see this. That boy was cut. You see, he was cut. I ain't gonna even lie. He was cut. I want y'all, they won't let me, this cat right here though. But look at his size, right? Look at his size. All right. They was both cut, but it looked like he hydrated more than him. All right. So now let's go back. When you go back to the fight, I'm just trying to show you something. Let me see. He doesn't look as skinny, do he? Look at this. He does not look as skinny as the weigh-in. I'm gonna see if I can get a look. I want you to look. Look how slim he is. Look how slim he is, right? Look how slim. You see how slim he is? But guys, look at the weight gain. These are things you got to pay attention to. Look at this. Look how slim he is. Look at his size. I just want you to just look and pay attention. Look at this. Tell me if this is a difference or not. Do he look like he gained any weight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This might be even a better picture. Look how slim he is. Look at him. Who's the bigger man in this picture? This is something you got to pay attention to. Who's the bigger man in this picture? But then when you go back to the fight, let me see. When you go to the fight, just look at the back. Look at the back. Who looked like they hydrated? Huh? Look at this. And then look at him. Do he not look? So something, again, I'm not making no excuse, but somebody told him not to gain no weight or something. I don't know. Maybe they thought he'd be slower or whatever. But look who hydrated. I guarantee he had to be about 155, 157. He looked like he gained about 10 pounds. Go look at them pictures. But Bud did his thing. Crawford did his thing. I'm not going to lie to you. He did his thing. I'm not going to lie to you. He did his thing. But it just, and I say, man, do it look like Bud is bigger than Spence? And Spence is the natural bigger man. Naturally bigger guy. But we saw who looked bigger. Just go, y'all can go and look at them pictures and check it out for yourself. And he did what he was supposed to do. All right. He made my dog look bad. And I like Spence. Y'all know I like Spence. That's my guy. Man, listen, that is my guy. I like how he lived. Both of them got kids and stuff like that. But this was more of like, they wanted him to be the star. All right. Let's just be honest. And he was more of the A side while he was the B side. But one thing about Crawford, he took advantage. He said, no, because if you look at it, and he been saying they've been ducking and dodging me for the longest. And the thing about it, you know, he took advantage. He said, it's my time to shine. But one thing I'm going to say about Crawford, stand-up individual. This guy right here is stand-up. Let me see if I can get a better photo. Stand up. I love what he did. And again, you can go and see it yourself. Let me see if I see this guy right here. This guy is a stand-up individual. I love what he did at the press conference. I love what he done at the press conference. So, you know, I mean, it was brutal. My dog, man, I love what this gentleman did at the press conference. He gave him his belts back. He gave him his belts back. Go back and look at the press conference. I didn't go to bed until about 3-something in the morning. I watched it. I watched the post fight, and it was good. It was good. And I mean, he went over there. He was like, Hammy, he was doing, listen, this is just what he was doing, man. He like, hey, hold up, let me do this. He like, hey, let me get this. Like I said, I don't know if they had some agreement where whoever won had to hand it over. I don't know. It didn't seem that way. But, you know, Bud gave him a belt and was like, give me them other two, and handed them to him. Now, that's sportsmanship right there. Because he know, like, listen, the way that fight was going, Bud could have got him out of there earlier. Spence just didn't have it. But Spence was still, listen, he wasn't running. Spence, you know, I'm quite sure Spence say, man, I got at least one in his mind. Body-wise, everybody knew he was done. But in his mind, he probably said, man, I probably got one good shot that I can catch him with. And it just never happened. But shout out to Bud, man. If this guy doesn't get the respect, this guy, I mean, what he did, look, I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Hold up. For some of y'all who may not have saw it, and it is crazy. Hold up. Let me see. Press conference. Let me do press conference. They ain't got nothing. I thought that was so, man. That was That was beautiful what he did. You know, just let him know, hey man, you still a champion in my book. You know, I thought that was amazing. You can also go to what's the name and check it out. I just thought that was a stand up. I'm trying to see if they even have it. They don't even have it on here. I thought that was pretty good. They ain't got it, but they got the video. If you go and look at the video, you know, yeah, I'm telling you, the video, it was amazing what he was doing, man. To give him, just to say, him, man, you know, you the man. You the man. But it is amazing though. Rodney say no way a rematch happens in December. Well, Rodney, I don't know if you know, they already pushing for it. Spence already turned in the paperwork because that's part of the contract. Yep, that's part. I would have asked, you giving me my belts back, why you beat me like that? No, I think you know what? I think it's just a respect thing. And I know you know, LJ, you've been in combat. I think it's just respect. I think them two truly care about each other. It's just one of them rivals, you know, and you know, they finally met. But I think Crawford, because if you look at Crawford, the only thing that was on Crawford was sweat. Crawford ain't have no scratches, no bruises, nor anything. Yup. No, I don't think he should retire. I believe he still have something in the tank. As far as Spence, I don't think he should retire. Yeah, he said it was tough listening to Spence do his post-fight interview. Yeah, but the thing about it, when you got a swollen lip, you know, your face is hurting, everything is hurting, right? I think, you know, sometimes it be like that, you know. I done saw worse. One thing about it in boxing, I don't think nobody bruised worse than Arturo Gatti. And that was my dude. I like me some Arturo Gatti. Arturo Gatti was cool. You know, he passed away some years ago. But he was a cool dude. But nobody bruised like Gotti, man. I ain't never saw nobody bruised like that. Yeah, Crawford. Yeah, Rodney Crawford just looked. I don't know what they had Spence on. To me, I'm like, by him being the bigger guy, I'm like, I wonder how much can he go up to. But it looked like Crawford came in heavier than him. And I ain't talking about no 5 pounds. It looked like Crawford was about 10 pounds heavier, and it looked like Spence didn't put on nothing. It was crazy, but he got his tail whipped, though. Yup, he got his tail whipped. Yup. Say I watched the fight, awesome fight, and my guy won. Yeah, I was going for Spence, you know. I was going for Spence. But you know, he got his tail. He lost. He knew he lost too. It wasn't no coming back or anything. I think once the 4th round came, he couldn't land any. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. Any fighter on their level, when you get knocked down with a jab, you know it's some problems. And he got knocked down with a jab. Yeah, he got knocked down with a jab. Boom. You know, a jab, fighters of their caliber don't get knocked down by a jab. Usually it's a power punch, or a combination, or something, a body shot, but a jab to the face and knocked him on his tail. Come on now. And again, this is not no excuse. But it's not no excuse, but something wasn't right. Something wasn't right with Spence. And if I had to give it an excuse, I think it was hard for him to make weight. Honestly. And if you go back when they first met up, like probably about 3 or 4 years ago, before the accident. This is before the accident. Crawford said, "Yeah, I see you walking around flabby." And ERROL was like, "I ain't flabby." And he was like, "Yeah, you look at your stomach." So that lets me know right then and there as a professional, because you want to, one thing about Mayweather never had weight problems because Mayweather stayed in the gym. That's why it wasn't, hard for him to make weight, because it wasn't, no, I had to lose 30 pounds in 3 months and stuff like that. It wasn't nothing like that, because he always stayed professional and in shape. But go back 3-4 years ago, you can find it where Crawford said, "Yeah, I see you walking around with that gut." And ERROL was like, "Man, I ain't got no gut. What you talking about?" But he was thicker, and then that accident didn't help as well. But I think the thing, he took a beating, but I do believe weight was an issue though. I'm gonna just be honest. And sometimes, look, again, my favorite boxer of all time, Roy Jones Jr. I think before going up to heavyweight, I'm gonna tell you like this: I believe Roy Jones would have demolished Tarver. Antonio Tarver. He would have demolished Tarver. But when he went up to heavyweight and built up all of that mass muscle, got big, cocky, chest out a little bit, bigger muscles, he never regained them reflexes. And then he didn't lose, according to Emmanuel Stewart, who, when it comes to boxing, was smarter than all of us. Before that fight, he said, "I do not like the way Roy Jones looked." Even though Roy Jones won the first one. All right, he won the first one. But he said Roy need to take a year off to let his body heal. Even though he won, but of course they had the immediate rematch because the fight was so close. And in the second fight, he got caught because he never gained them reflexes. All right? He never gained them reflexes. So it is crazy. It is crazy. But it's definitely crazy. There we go. It is crazy. But we'll see. But Spence already Spence already put it in for for a rematch. Now the thing is, both of them said they had problems making 147. Will it be a catch weight at like 150 or 152, or will they go up to middleweight, which is 154 in boxing? We'll see. Spence could have gotten really hurt if Crawford would have put together some combinations, but he didn't have to. Yeah, he didn't have to. Spence was hurt. Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't. He was hurt. He was hurt. He couldn't do anything, Dennis. He couldn't do anything. He was hurt. So I mean, he was hurt, man. Yep. Lady Sun gotta say, "Your camera is making me dizzy." Yeah, sometimes it'll move because I've been using my hands so much, and it got it got all of the the hand gestures that it's an AI camera. What up though, LJ?
Hey, my brother, how you doing?
What's good? What is good? Hold up, LJ. It's one thing to critique a fight as a fan, but a whole nother story when that ring catching them shots. Yeah, I mean, when you taking a shot, my brother boxed, so I watched my brother box in the Marines, and so I I done heard I done heard gut shots where you hear it got eek. You know, I was there. When them guys heavyweights fighting light heavyweights and stuff like that in the Marines. You get and you hear it because you right there. Like a lot of times we don't hear the thumping and the noise. We don't hear it, but yeah, I don't been right there. It's crazy. And plus, I was real close when I went to see Clarissa, her fight down at Little Caesars Arena downtown Detroit. Yeah, one of them boys got caught, and you heard him because they had the microphone. Y'all probably didn't hear it on y'all end, but we heard it. It was like because the microphone, and you can hear it, man. You can just hear them thumps. What up, though, LJ? What's good?
What's up, bro?
Oh, I can't call it, man. Chillin'. What you got on that Spence fight? I know we talked about it, but
that people are saying that he could have had something going on and stuff like that. My response to that is that when you have people in your corner, if that's the case, they shouldn't even went through with the fight.
what they say had going on with it?
Oh, they were just saying that he didn't look right, or well, I'm saying what a lot of people are saying, that he didn't look right when he was coming in, and he's got this here, and the accident could have done something to him. He had 2 fights before the accident, but you didn't have anything,
Yeah,
and at that quality like that. But when you listen to a lot of the guys that boxers and stuff, like I said, he was a one-trick fighter. He's gonna walk you down. He's gonna set the jab up, and that's it. He couldn't adjust. When he walked in after that second round, when he hit him with that jab, it was like Crawford was like, "Dude, you done," because you couldn't adjust. And you had to realize that one of the hardest things for southpaws is to fight another southpaw. That's one of the hardest things for a southpaw. And Bud told you he was going to switch back and forth, but what he didn't expect for Bud to do was to come out as a southpaw. Because Bud doesn't normally. You go back and look at his fight. He doesn't normally start out as southpaw.
He don't start off fast at all, but he started off fast,
and he switched to a southpaw stand.
Yeah, he was going back and forth with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
He came out early. He actually carried him for a while because he could have took him out.
Well, I don't think he wanted to take that chance.
Yeah,
I don't think he wanted to take that chance because I think by the 4th, 5th round, he knew. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm breaking this boy down."
Yeah,
because even Crawford got caught with a shot, but he took it though.
Yeah, he said it. He said, I think he said he hit him with one. He hit him with a shot, and he says, "Is that it?"
Yeah,
and he said, "That's it."
Yeah,
and he knew, but he got outclassed.
Yeah,
he got outclassed. It's just, but I give him, man, look, bruh, I give him all the praise because the average man wouldn't take that kind of whipping.
I'm gonna tell you though, just going by with Roy Jones, if y'all go and look at what Roy Jones said, it made sense. Roy Jones said, listen, it might have been a different fight. I think Roy Jones did about 10 interviews. He said, look, it might have been a different fight before the accident. If the accident never happened, it probably would have been a different fight. He said, but he was already damaged. And he said, I don't care what nobody say. Once you've been in a wreck like that, it's no way you can come and fight high quality opponents such as Bud and think you going, because Roy Jones had Bud Crawford all the way.
I think that before the accident that he had, it would have been a different. It would have been a better fight. I don't think the outcome would have been any difference.
I don't know.
Nah.
They both was younger.
Yeah, I don't think the outcome would have been any different. And if he'd have fought him right before the accident, I think just a skill and to be able to adjust. It just takes that one person that comes out and shows your flaws. I heard a lot of boxers was talking about it and saying, hey man, well, we knew, everybody knew his whole thing. Bud said it himself. He says we worked on him with that jab. We
Yeah,
knew
he
he said we knew he was
yeah,
going to come with the jab. He sets
did say that.
everything up with the jab.
He said, look, but did you hear that Spence trainer didn't watch no tape on Bud?
That's crazy. If that's true, then why do you have him in your corner? Because
Yeah.
normally your trainer is going to be looking at tapes with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When I was training guys in MMA, you look at film, but you have your guy with you. When I had Derek was there. Hey, bro, look, this is what they do. What did I tell you when they were always talking about Derek? What I used to always tell you, Derek is gonna go on and so forth, but Derek don't have a ground game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once they get him on the ground, he's done.
Yeah, he's a wrap.
He's
Yeah.
done. If he can't punch you, it's done.
Mhm.
But I don't. I'm not saying I'm not gonna believe it, but it would be very, very unusual for a trainer not to look at tape.
Yeah.
If the trainer didn't look at tapes, then that means that Spence didn't look at any tapes.
Yeah. There's a good chance Spence did not look. And one thing about what I love with, and see, this is why when it comes to boxing, I look at so many post conference on major fights. And one thing that I like what Bud Crawford coach said, he said, it's not just me. He said, we have a team. So not only am I watching, because Bud say, listen, we got down, we got there, and we watched tape, and we saw how he set guys up with the jab. That was the thing. Once he started getting that jab going, he started going. He said, we take that away, then what?
Yeah.
And he said they worked on that all camp. He said it.
And he did it. He did it. When he
He took
came
the
out
jab, right?
southpaw, and after that first round, and he stayed in that southpaw stand, he was like, okay, we're gonna see now. But when Spence can't jab you and walk you down
Walk you
and
down.
back you up, he
Yeah.
didn't have when he got hit and he went back, he couldn't adjust.
Yeah.
He just felt like I'm gonna take a punch and I'm gonna run in here and get you. And Crawford was like, just come on, keep coming.
Yeah.
Until it got to that point, man, where it was just where that Crawford was like, I'm not moving. I'm just gonna stand here, walk up in here, and it's man, that was ugly.
Yeah. I still liked it, man.
Yeah, it was. It was. I just didn't. I didn't want. To see him. I thought the corner should have. I know, man. I know it's hard, and thinking about the fans, but you got to think about your fighter too, and then you thinking about also that after he's coming off that bad accident that he had, and you just letting this. It was no way he was going to win that fight. I thought they should have stopped it earlier.
I think he's champion. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a lot of he got hit in the head, but I think me personally, I don't know if I would have stopped it. I think the referee was really looking. I think the referee did a great job. I think he did a great job.
He did.
Even when Spence was throwing, remember Spence threw a couple low blows.
Yeah, I like Spence, man. I just didn't, I like both of them. I just didn't want to see Spence get beat like that.
Yeah.
That was me. It's like, hey man, you're gonna live the fight again. Now they're talking about the rematch. He can't get back in the ring with that guy by December.
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
Well, he say that's what he going for.
Man, look, a lot of things say a lot of things, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. I don't think Spence took Crawford that serious. I don't think he did.
Explain that. You don't think he took him?
It's just that go back and when you look at him, you listen to him talk, and the way that he act, it was like he felt like he was just gonna run through Crawford. Like Crawford didn't have a, didn't have a chance to be in there with him. And man, just like Mike said, everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah. I don't. I think he
I
took him.
just,
Well, I don't know. He took him serious to me because
I don't think he did.
listen. They had a plan.
I think he took the fight. I think he took the fight serious, but I think he just thought that, look, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna do my thing and it's over with.
I think listen. The way he talked to me,
Mm-hmm.
he explained it. He said, "Listen, Crawford has a plan B, a plan C,
Yeah.
and a plan D. They knew Spence. They only saw Spence plan A. There was really no plan B on that.
No, and that was the whole thing, Dale. Is that Spence couldn't adjust.
Yeah, he
He
could.
just kept walking in, and every time he went to throw the jab, he got countered.
He got countered.
He got countered. I mean, the jab was hurting him so bad that by him walking forward and just keep coming forward, he was making the jab harder than it was.
Yeah.
And Crawford got a good hand.
Yeah, he definitely could take a blow,
yeah.
but I think we all agree when on that first knockdown off a jab,
he caught him off balance. He caught him. He was coming. He was walking in, and he caught him just right. And I just think he wasn't ready for it. Yeah.
I don't think. I think listening to them professional fighters who've been there, done that. They said he just didn't look right. They said it, and I just think when it all come down, when they sit back, once he recover, and he get to explain it a little bit more, people gonna say he making excuses, but I don't think because a lot of guys wouldn't even came out and did that post conference. They would have went right to the hospital and said, "Man, I'm going to the hospital." I think he was brave to even come out there and show his face.
I think if they'd have showed him a mirror during the rounds, he would have quit.
Yeah, but I think he to me, in my eyes, I think is brave competition. The way he came out, he did the press conference. Yes, his pride was hurt, but he didn't say nothing bad. He said, "Look, the better man won tonight. I'm gonna have to take this." I know Cornell said he got shot in the head. Yeah, he got shot in the head. You heard this like years ago. He got shot in the head. They say he was standing there. I know when I first heard about it, when I first heard about it, the damage he done, he lost a lot of blood. As far as fractured skull and all of that, it didn't do that. At least I don't think. But he did lose a lot of blood.
I can tell you there, like when we were looking, you and I was talking, when we was looking at the fight, I've never seen Spence's face look like that, as red as he was in the face. And the only other person that I remember ever in any kind of combat that face got red like that, I can't remember what the disease is that he had, but it was what's the guy, he's a wrestler and he went to MMA. When he was in MMA is when they diagnosed him. Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
Brock Lesnar is the only other guy I've ever seen that face got that red, and I can't remember what the disease is that what it is that he has that does that. But I've never seen Spence get hit like that either. Yeah. But the redness that was in his face, it didn't look right.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Cordell, I'm not trying to debate you.
About what?
No, he said he was outclassed. I don't think he was just a better guy. I mean,
he was.
To me, when you say outclass, a total. If I go back and from my history, the greatest performance I ever saw with a one-sided was Floyd Mayweather and Arturo Gatti.
Yeah.
The greatest beatdown ever. I'm talking combinations. And I ain't talking about no 3-4. I'm talking about 7, 8, 9 punch count. So I'm not saying, I mean, I don't think it's that type of outclass. I think he just got demolished. I wouldn't put that as far as outclass or anything like that. I think because to me, outclass mean both of them was kind of shining and one kind of risen to it. To me, this was no competition.
The way that everybody had it going, it
It
was
was
supposed to be that Bud was going to be boxing, and he was going to be moving,
yes,
and
that's what it was supposed to
Crawford was going to be jabbing and walking him
be,
down.
walking him down. Yes,
That's how everybody had the fight going
yup.
until you seen Crawford come out in the southpaw stand, and then when he in that first round he hit Crawford, and then in the second one he made that mistake and stepped in and Crawford hit him with that jab, and Crawford was like, okay,
But
let's adjust.
I think I don't know, man. I thought because that first round could have went either way. They didn't even pull out the
Yeah, I think
scorecard.
Spence won. I think Spence won the first round.
Yeah, Spence could have won that first. I think it was a give and take on that one. But I do believe. I just think really honestly, I just believe as a team they study Crawford. I mean, they study Spence.
They did. They
I,
did
it,
because he had him down pat. I mean, he beat
yeah,
Spence to everything that
everything.
he counted him the first time. He counted him for
Yes,
rounds and rounds. He was countering him, and then he got to the point where he was like, "The hell with it," and he just took it.
yeah,
And Spence just couldn't adjust.
yeah.
He just couldn't adjust.
He couldn't adjust. I think he was so one-sided.
Yeah.
And even listen, that's the thing about it. That's why I like Roy Jones so much. To me, like I said, in my lifetime, because Roy can be right there with you, and Roy can whip your tail while you chasing him and make you look
Yeah,
stupid.
Roy Jones in his prime when he was on top,
He just made you look
he
stupid.
yeah yeah
And
he had the size and everything.
yeah,
He was just they just didn't have anybody on that level.
and the thing about it, and this is what you're gonna hear most people say, LJ. Well, he ain't had nobody to fight. Well, I mean, he moved up to take everybody's championship.
Yeah.
Who was the champion at the time? He just came 4 to 5 years earlier than when them De La Hoyas and who Mayweather was coming up.
Yeah.
He was just he came up at a time. You can't blame him for that.
No, you can't. You can't blame a guy for when he came up in his time and weight class who was there. I mean, a guy moved up in weight to fight.
He kept moving up. He came in at middleweight.
Yeah.
And he, after like 8, 9 fights, he fought the champion, took that belt, went up, took that belt from Cat. I mean, so he was outclassed. I mean, now if you're gonna talk outclass, that was an outclass. Because he used to just demolish and punish.
Yeah. I thought Sugar Ray Leonard was a good technical fighter too.
Oh yeah, Sugar Ray was that deal too.
He was a good technical fighter, and that fight with Crawford and Spence, Crawford was the better. He boxed, but we didn't expect Crawford to have that power, his punch to have that effect on Spence like it did. They didn't expect that.
I think we knew he had power. We didn't nobody see the performance. I think that's what it comes down to. And let me know if I'm wrong, LJ, because didn't nobody see this type of domination.
No. I had Crawford winning, but I thought they were going to go the distance.
I thought they were going to go the distance too.
I was sitting ready to see a great fight. I was ready to, to see something like, Hagler and Hearns, Duran and them, it was going to be technical, it was going to be, you didn't know, the round up and down rounds. I didn't expect to see him do like he did. And like I said, I like both of them. I just didn't like to see my boy get beat like that.
But this is probably one of the best setups is the comeback. Now should he fight Crawford? I mean, should he fight Crawford? I don't know. I
No,
would say
I think he has to get a fight under him before he go back in there and mess with Crawford. He's got to get that rhythm. He's got to find that rhythm that he had before.
or get another trainer, because if the trainer is not going, now that trainer should be on this fight right here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you gonna get his, man, I ain't never heard a trainer say we don't watch other people. We just do what we do.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's just so hard to believe.
Yeah.
That is just so hard to believe. That's like telling me, man, we got a football game and we don't look at no film. None of us get together.
Nothing. We don't.
Yeah, when your trainer don't look at film,
That's not good. And that
what
cat,
can he tell you?
Bud say, listen, we watch film and we saw something. That's the crazy thing. He say we saw something.
Yeah, and Bud said it. Bud say we were worried about his jab.
We were worried about the jab.
We worked on him, on that because we were worried about his jab because he sets everything up with the jab. He definitely did. And like I said, if you look at Bud's fights, he's a southpaw, but he will stay in the right hand stand most. But he started this fight. He came out as a southpaw. And anybody that knows about boxing or MMA, anything like that, is that to give a southpaw trouble is another southpaw.
That was crazy, man. To knock him down with his why he was, I don't know. What up though, Peter? Was good.
I don't even think he saw it. I don't even think he saw the jab.
No, he was coming in.
He was walking in like he normally do.
Yeah, he was walking in. I just think, like I said, I'm not gonna say he was outclassed. I would say he was punished. To me, it's just certain things I look for, man. When I'm saying it wasn't even a competition. Can you call a dominant?
No, I think that's what surprised everyone.
Everybody.
There was no comeback from Spence. I mean, you've seen a guy that's a boxer that just got to the point where he just stood right there in front of him and just says, I'm just going to beat you and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's what he did. He just stood in front of him. He didn't move his head. After a while, he just stood there and just beat him.
Nothing. What up, though, Peter? Yeah, I'll be seeing you on the I'll be checking out your videos on the internet, man. Great job as usual, man. I'll be checking you out. I'll be in the background watching you.
I don't think you will see anyone dominate anybody like that. Again, for the reason is because a lot of guys would have laid down.
Yeah.
A lot of guys would have laid down. They wouldn't have taken that beating and kept getting up like that. There's a lot of fighters now today, they would have laid down.
I don't think of that magnitude.
Mm-hmm.
You get two champions. And again, did he win any rounds?
I think he won the first round.
I think so too, but usually they release that information.
I think he won the first round. I think he won the first round.
I think they just said, you know what? They did just like this, LJ. You know what?
Because it didn't matter, man. I mean, after the second round, it just didn't matter.
It did not matter. That's why I said, outperformance. I call it a true domination effort.
Yeah, it was a great technical fight as he was doing it. It was. Yeah. I mean, you didn't even have the notion of saying, man, if Spence could just get that one good punch, man. If Spence, you was looking at the fight like, man, he ain't gonna hit him. He just gonna take this beating. Like you get them guys in the fight, you say, man, all it take is one punch. All it take is one punch. It got to a point where that you didn't think Spence was gonna land anything.
Yeah, he really didn't. I mean, after the sixth round, I think he got one hit in, one good hit. And they were like, damn, but Crawford ate that like, oh, man,
Yeah, he hit him point blank. He said it was right on. He saying he was like, really? That's
Yeah,
it? Nah,
I,
when a guy get like that, you in trouble.
yeah. I know what you saying, Huff, but do you call that outclass? I don't call it. To me, I'm just speaking for me. I don't think. I think it was a pure. I would never say, "Hey, man, Crawford outclassed Spence," because it didn't come across like that. I call that pure domination. That was to me. I think. Listen, now when you talk about classy person, what Crawford did in the post fight, I think that was classy. I think that was classy. I think that was lovely. He won. Listen, I watched Crawford, but after seeing that, and probably a lot of other people, after seeing what he did, to say, listen, man, and grab them 3 belts and gave it to him and say, man, you still the champion. I think that was so. Even though he took them belts, you know, Spence looked at it and was like, yeah, man, it is what it is. But it was something different, man. And I just think, to me, I don't think. I just say, if I'm going to use a word or a couple words, I'm gonna say a dominant performance. I'm not gonna say outclass. I just think, if I'm gonna talk about an outclass, I would talk about a Fury and Deontay Wilder. I think Fury outclassed him because of the build up. And remember, even on the first fight, that was a close fight. And they called it a draw. And then in the second fight, even though they both got their hits in, Fury was, outclassed him, and it went from there. But this was just pure dominant. What's another word for dominant?
He taught him it was a good boxing lesson. I can tell you that.
No, I'm just, no, Huff. I know what the word means. I'm saying me. I wouldn't. I don't know if you was watching earlier. Me, I wouldn't call it an outclass because it was no competition. I'm not going to tell you if we're playing one-on-one basketball and you dominate me. Would somebody say Huff outclassed Dale, or are they going to say Dale got his ass whipped by Huff? I think it's just the wrong word to use. I think when you outclass, to me in boxing, I think it was a competition, and your level was just a little bit, or as time, as we built it up in the later rounds, or during the game, you just had a little bit more oomph than me, and you use your skills and everything and outclass me that way. I know what it means. I wouldn't use that word, outclass, in this type of dominant performance. I'm gonna just call it what it is. It was a dominant butt whipping. I wouldn't say, hey man,
it's one whipping I don't want to take.
Yeah, it's one whooping I want. I don't think it had anything to do with class or did a person outclassing, because it wasn't no competition.
Yeah, he made him look like he shouldn't even been in there with him.
He made him look like this was his 12th fight versus his 35th fight.
Yeah.
Would you say, would you, and again, everybody can speak. Me, I'm just talking for me. The word I would use is dominant. I wouldn't say anything about an outclass because I don't think he had to outclass him.
Now, what Peter said, you're right. That's a good one. He schooled him. He really did. He definitely schooled him.
He definitely. If you want to say schooled, I'm 100% with that.
He definitely schooled him.
He schooled him to let him know that. But outclass, I just think there's levels to outclass. At least that's my, my thought, my mindset. I just think it's different levels to it. I wouldn't even call it. I ain't even heard nobody even call it because it was such a dominant. I haven't heard anybody say outclass.
Like I said, man, and as much as I was in awe of how he dominated him, I was in awe of how Spence took that whipping. Because you remember I was saying, Dale, I was like, man, lay down. You're gonna get the fight again. You stay up in here with this guy, you know. But you can see he carried him. He
Yeah,
carried him a few rounds,
yeah,
you know.
he, yeah, he did. Yeah, I just think I mean, I just think I don't know. It's just certain words I'm going to use.
If
He,
you,
we can
yeah,
say school. We could say he carried him. Yeah, I
he
think
carried
those
him.
are
He carried
correct.
him. If you watch Crawford in his fights when he got people hurt and thing,
Yeah,
you know, and I know he was cautious because he was, you know, that one shot. He was making sure he didn't get that one shot,
yeah,
but he did not jump on him like he normally jump on people.
yeah. And Crawford straight up. I mean, Crawford said, "Look, let's hurry up and get that jab. Let's get this work in, because in the later rounds it can make a difference." And
Yeah,
I just believe this was a one-time dominant performance because didn't nobody see this. You know, didn't nobody. You know, it's just certain keywords I would use. You know, I think what's his name? What's my man Ruiz, the first Mexican heavyweight who beat Joshua?
Ruiz, yeah,
I
yeah.
would say he outclassed because they were going head up at one time, and then shoot, that's what eighth, ninth round. Ruiz was like, "Oh no, dog, I think I got you. I think that's an outclass," because he while Joshua was bull crapping. But then you saw what happened in the rematch.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in the rematch? You know, so sometimes you got to get your tail whooped to come back for part two. But I don't think he should fight Crawford back to back. And then again, it's probably a good chance for him to make $40 million in 1 year. So, hey, I'll talk with a slur, but as long as I got my movement, my limbs and everything, I'll
Yeah,
talk with a slur. Hey, man, how you doing? You all right? Yeah, I'm great too. Yeah, let's.
yeah. Well, how long? You know, in the 10, 15 years down the line, they, you know, be rolling you around until you be drooling out the side of your mouth. You're a millionaire, but nobody else spending the money.
Well, we just have to wait for 15 years. But them first 4 or 5, I'm balling, man. I'm balling.
Man, Dale made his money, man. He was a hell of a fighter.
But damn, he ain't have to go out.
He had to go out like that.
And then when they go to that woman, this is what done it right here. But I think, man, listen, I believe, again, and I guarantee if the numbers come out, UFC got better numbers than boxing, but boxing took the internet by storm. And this is what boxing need. They need to have the best going against the best instead of waiting 4 or 5 years and stuff like this. And they said this fight should have happened like 4 to 5 before the accident. Before the accident.
And that UFC is going to have a rematch. They're going to have a rubber match now.
They got
the way he hit Poirier and got that. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be another match. It's going to be another one.
Man, and again, y'all seen Herb Dean drop that Randy Savage elbow. What's his name on Poirier?
Poirier, yeah. Poirier, Louisiana boy.
Man, cat ran. Herb was slow, man.
That
Herb,
was a kick, man.
Man, Herb getting slow as heck. How old is Herb? About what? About
I don't
50?
know. Yeah, he got to be close. Got to be close to 50, if not 50. I remember when Herb was fighting.
Yeah, I went to YouTube and watched his fights.
Yeah, Herb, he's in the best position he could be in right now.
Yeah, Bud was a skilled assassin and chops. Yeah, Mr. Mark, he beat the brakes off of him.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, that's what you call it. I mean, he beat the brakes, like Mayweather beat the brakes off of Toro Gotti. You know, it's only a few fights that you can sit back and say, you know what, that's just such a dominant. You know, I remember that Floyd Mayweather. Oh my goodness.
What made that bad is that Floyd didn't make it any better. I mean, that was just now that was disrespectful. Floyd just, I mean, man, come on. I hadn't seen things like that since back in the days when Muhammad Ali was fighting, and be beating a guy and talking to him at the same time. But yeah, that Gotti fight, yeah, that was
And
a shocker, man.
you want to see a dominant performance? Go to YouTube. Look up Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti. And you tell me who had the better performance, Floyd or Terrence Crawford. We didn't talk about it Friday. I guarantee me, I'm going with Floyd.
Yeah, that fight, that Gotti fight, man.
Woo! You talk about combinations?
That was a lesson.
That was a hell of a lesson. A hell of a lesson.
Yeah, that was.
Boy, to see the guy eyes, listen, that's all I'm telling you. If you think that this was a dominant performance, go pull up Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti. That's all you got to do is put Mayweather versus Gotti, Gotti. Watch that fight. I guarantee you will come back and be like, yeah. I guarantee you going to be like, and Arturo Gatti had the championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was a boxing lesson.
That was a
boxing lesson.
And man, God, to be more, I feel bad for Gotti. Both of his eyes were shut, but it's rare that you even see a 4-punch combination. This dude was doing 7, 8-punch combinations, and Gotti couldn't do nothing but take it. And then they look, y'all go and watch that. You thought this was a dominant performance? Go do it. Go do it. It's just certain things I look at, man. You gotta, I would say Bernard Hopkins, he outclassed Trinidad when they went one-on-one. Because Trinidad was that dude. But you know how, if anybody paid attention to that fight, see, I listen, I'm going to tell you, during the 90s, early 2000s, I paid attention a lot to boxing. If you want to talk about outclass, go back and watch that Bernard Hopkins versus Trinidad. Bernard went to another level and worked that body to slow Trinidad down. And then made him quit, if I'm not mistaken. Big H, I would see a rematch as they move up in weight. I would see it. I would want to see it. Now, would it be the best thing? I don't know. I don't think
it's going to change anything.
Yeah, I think it'll be a better competition.
Yes, I think it'll be a better competition.
But I think with Crawford done, and if Spence is not changing trainers after one loss, I'll tell you that now.
But he has to change something to just even get back in the room in that ring with him, though.
I'm gonna tell you, he will have to bring in other eyes.
He's gonna have to. He can't go with the same. He can't go with the same crew that he had.
Yeah, he got to bring in them eyes. Again, if you saw it, LJ, how in the heck did Bud look bigger than Spence? How?
Training, I can tell you, Crawford was in better condition than Spence was. Definitely. You see how when he hydrated, how bigger he looked.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Muscular and everything,
Everything, yeah.
The little drain.
Spence looked the same size, like he just
looked drained.
But both of them said they had problems with 147.
Yeah, they did.
You just had one that was just superior than the other.
Yeah, he could have been dehydrated,
Yeah, he could have been.
But I just the redness of the face and thing that was concerning me.
Yeah.
That was the concern that I had.
Yeah. Arturo may have been C, but he was the champion of that division. Regardless of how you call it. He was he might have been a C. Arturo never been that superior, but he was a warrior.
But it's about the promotion too and what to do. It's just like with Spence and Crawford. Spence does more talking,
Yeah,
which promoted him more, which they kept the camera in his face more. Bud was more, not say down to earth, but he doesn't talk that much.
yeah,
So so it kind of, as far as for money into boxing or whatever, you're gonna gravitate to the guy that's got a little more flair, that
yeah,
talks a little more and things like that. And that's what Spence was. Crawford wasn't that. That's why he didn't get looked at like that or put
yeah,
up, in the front, like Spence did.
yeah.
But
He's very, very humble.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, Arturo was to me, when you talk warriors, he was a warrior. You got to give him that. That fight with him, the greatest fight I ever saw was Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward. You can't tell me neither one of them guys wasn't peeing blood at the end of those fights. If you want to see, in my lifetime, the greatest competitive fight was Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward.
yeah, I'm a lot older than you. Someone my age, for me, it was Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
Uh,
Those that man.
Arturo was the champion, so you can't. He was Arturo. I don't know how he became champion, but I know how he became champion because he was a warrior. He was willing to go in the deep end and get his thing going. So I don't know.
Victor said something. Look, when the fight was over with, Dale was just looking. Said, Dale, you all right? Dale had to come up with something. Boy, Dale said, I know why he won.
I know why he won.
Detroit guy brought him out.
Hey, y'all know why he won. You know who brought him out? Who did he come out to?
Oh man,
a Detroit who?
A legend.
Goddamn right. We took ownership in that.
A legend.
We said that's the only reason Bud won. I'm gonna just be real with you. He came out, doom, 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 doom. Yeah, you know why he won. So he came out to 8 Mile.
These damn Detroit guys, man.
We taking everything. We take it all. That's the only reason why he won.
What's up, brother? I don't know why he won. He had a D guy brought him out.
Exactly.
I couldn't say anything but just look at him like, dude, come on.
Yeah. Mr. Mark say, do you think Bud can pass Floyd's record? Nah, I wouldn't do it. I mean, this is only his 38th, 39th fight.
Who's gonna fight him?
Who's gonna fight him? I mean, Bud is what, 30? He about to be what, 36?
Yeah. I mean, he'd have to be in his 40s.
Yeah, I don't think he's even looking at that because
I wouldn't try it. I wouldn't even try it.
No, because he's gonna get himself hurt. I wouldn't even do it either.
Yeah.
And remember, it's a difference. Floyd didn't fight all of his guys while they were elite. Listen, this is the only knock I have on Floyd. I think, to me, Floyd is the greatest fighter as far as business. Even to this day, to get 20 million to go over there and fight, 4 rounds?
Yeah.
20 million, man, you can't beat that.
Like he said, he's found a way to legally steal your money.
And he told you this.
He told you that.
And what do we do?
Still gonna do it.
We gonna still do it.
Well, we don't, but you know.
But he, I don't think he needs to.
Yeah.
I think he's good where he's at to be the only boxer ever to become in 2 different weight classes undisputed champion, which means holds 4 belts in 2 different weight classes. I think that speaks volume right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way that he got the welterweight, I just think that speaks volume.
And there was no one running up to fight him.
Nah.
Nobody was running, like, I want him. Nobody was running to fight him.
Yeah, so it to me, I just think that, and you're right about this one, Huff. Yeah, he's never been quick. He definitely never. And Spence power was the pressure you, get you going backwards, make you use up a lot of energy. Jab, boom, jab, jab, boom. And by the 7th, 8th round, you so tired of getting hit with that left hand.
Yeah, he walk you down.
He definitely walked you down, and that's crazy. He said I helped train Tony Hanshaw before he fought Roy Jones. Roy Jones made everybody just Roy. Man. Roy was just a awesome. I put Roy Jones in the same state as I will put Bo Jackson in. I will put a guy who did other things, even though he played in the semi-pro basketball league. This is before all of the, what the NBA have now.
G League.
This
G
is
League,
before,
things like that.
Yeah. So he played with some guys who actually played in the NBA. And then the thing about with Roy would go and play a whole game, and then a couple hours later, 3-4 hours later, he in a fight. I just think, you're probably not gonna find trainers allowing their fighters to do that anymore. But it was a different time, different era. Like what we saw. I will put Roy Jones up in there because of the crazy stuff he'd do. Going to play basketball, going to run routes in football and stuff like that, just doing crazy things before major fights. But he was able to do it because he was a great athlete. So them type of guys like a Bo Jackson, Prime Time, them guys that play multi, sports and stuff like that, you just got to give them, you got to take your hat off to them, because them was what you call true athletes, and
G. Torres, me and Dale was talking about that too, on Canelo and on Charlo.
Yeah.
I don't know if Charlo talk a good game.
Yeah, Charlo.
I don't know if Charlo.
I don't think Charlo gonna win this fight.
I'm gonna put my money on Canelo.
I'm gonna tell you this though, if Charlo had more power in that right hand, I would say yeah. Cause let me see, how old is what time?
I think Charlo just he's got to put his foot on the gas and stay on it.
He has to.
He can't get laxadays in there and get cornered. If he backs up, he's in trouble. If Charlo backs up at any time, he's in trouble.
And they fight, I'll tell you when they fight. They fight September the 30th. All right. So we got what, 2 months? They fight September the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So they fight September the 30th.
It's gonna be interesting to see. Another interesting fight.
Yeah.
It's
definitely gonna be nice to see that. But Charlo, I don't see Charlo winning this. I'm gonna just be honest. And he could be in there working on something.
Yeah.
He could be in there getting stronger, because he know. I mean, if you look at it, we know Canelo is the stronger fighter. But Charlo just never really, gave me that vibe that,
I think if it becomes a war, Canelo is gonna kill him.
Canelo could be getting old. Now we saw him take some punches.
That could be the only thing.
Yeah, we saw him taking some heat these last 2 fights. One of them, he definitely got outclassed. My man let him know, dog, don't come up here trying to do this, dog. From the light heavyweight, right? He moved.
Mm-hmm.
Dude had to let him know, like, nah, dog, you don't want none of this. You don't want none of this. But we got 2 months. It might be something. We just have to see. We got to see how Charlo looking and everything like that. I think we'll be good. But as of right now, if it was to happen today, I'm going with Canelo. You said Canelo versus Crawford? Nah. At what? Nah, because I can't see. Canelo is never coming back down to no 154. And look, Canelo still got his reflexes. I'm gonna tell you this: if Bud can get him in the later rounds, I can go with Bud. I can go with Bud. But Canelo come out, man, ain't no sitting back walking and nothing like that. But give me Canelo from 3 years ago and give me a Bud today at a catch weight. What would the catch weight be?
I think Bud would be in trouble though.
I think Bud would be in trouble. Would you say 160?
Yeah.
Because if he goes to 168, Bud gonna get demolished.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right now, I think it would be a great competition. And you know what? If they was to fight later this year, right? Let's just say at 160. Let's just say at 160, I may lean more towards Bud because Canelo been fighting since he was 16. He went professional at 16, so he got a lot of miles. He got a lot of miles to be. He's still young, but he got a lot of miles. He's like the LeBron James of boxing. He has a lot of miles on him. You know, a lot of punches, a lot of wear and tear. And Bud doesn't have a lot of miles on him, even though he's about to be 36, I think. Or is he 37, something like that? I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. I just don't think that. I don't know. We'll see, though. We'll see. But check it out, guys, because I got to get on the horn. I got to get ready to talk to George. We can talk sports all day. We can agree to disagree. But it's all love. It's all love. Don't nobody take it personal. It ain't like I didn't get paid off of this. I was scared to bet. But some of y'all might have betted and won. Hopefully you won.
30 seconds.
Yeah, my brother lost $1,800 just off of 30 seconds. He bet, I think he was on FanDuel or whatever that is, or either DraftKings, and he betted a knockout in the 10th round, and he got knocked out with 30 seconds remaining. And my brother was screaming, LJ, stand up. Don't call the fight.
I was doing the same thing. I was like, he gonna make it. He gonna make it. He gonna make it. Man, he got caught with that hook.
Yeah. But I think it's gonna be good, man. I'm just happy we saw a good. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Now we need them other guys, in the 130s to stop bull crapping, and let's get in there. The Shakurs, the Tanks, the Haneys. And they got an up-and-coming fella, too. He a pit bull, too. I cannot remember. He just fought a couple weeks ago, maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. He a pit bull, too. I don't know. But all of them coming for Tank, though. But they just gone ahead sign, man. They keep skating around and all of this stuff, man. That's why UFC came through and took what they once had, because ain't no getting around UFC. It's either next man up or you getting, hey man, we'll tear your contract up. Tell you to kick rocks. Yep. So, but she said she won $500. She won. That's what's up. Dinner on you, Miss Octavia. Thanks, huh? I appreciate the love. Tyson fights were the best because they were going to be. Nah, man, Tyson fights wasn't the best. Because you paid $50 for what? 30 seconds. Yeah, man, forget that. Man, my uncle lost a lot of money on them fights, man. Man, here it is. The main event started at what? 11, and by 11:03 it's over. We thinking we about to fight. I don't know. Look, that's why I started learning how to stream, man. I said, man, I'm not about to be paying for this, man. And this guy's knocking people out with 17 seconds into the fight. and then I don't get no money back. Heck, So, yeah, he was supposed to fight the bigger Charlo. Yup. But for anybody though, y'all see Charlo got smacked the other day too. He got smacked, and him and his team didn't do nothing. Let him smack. Listen, I'm telling y'all now, if we at an airport or we at goddamn Burger King, if my brothers is right there and you smack me, you better have an army behind you. I'm telling you. Listen, look, just have an army behind you. You ain't getting up out of there, and you by yourself.
And that dude was big as the security guard they had. That boy wasn't scared.
He
was
definitely
not
wasn't scared. He definitely. Look, somebody gonna bite an ankle or something. Listen,
he slapped him like it was a slap fest contest.
Man, smacked him. My man did this. Charlo say, man, and the other dude gonna come towards him and then slow down. Man, you ain't want that smoke.
They threw the bottle at him, I did.
The girl had more heart than him. She threw the bottle. It was a plastic water bottle, but she threw the bottle. It was crazy. But heck, man. Heck, Me and listen, I'm telling you now, I got some cousins too. Let it be 3 of us, and one of us gets smacked. Bull crap you not. Everybody can't beat Bruce Lee. Everybody can't. And y'all saw in them Bruce Lee movies where they used to, it looked good. It looked good. They make it fast forward and stuff, but heck, but man, let me stop before I say something and you two come. Look, I'm telling you, I was looking for the dude who hit me with them bees in New Orleans, man.
Oh, man.
I can only imagine y'all seeing a film of this guy with a Detroit Piston hat and a shirt was on top. Just everything coming down on him. Heck, Lucky LJ wasn't there, because LJ said, yeah, you got to go through there and go through the establishment and get to the back and go up.
And I would have been crazy enough to show you how to get up there. Not even thinking.
Man, it's a good thing he wasn't there, because if he would have told me, I didn't know how to get up there. I'm looking like, how in the heck they get? Where the stairs? I'm looking, I don't see no stairs. None. I just see guys up there on the balcony drunk, and that dude did this.
And look, NOPD will come up there and snatch you off that balcony for that.
My man up there like this, drunk as heck. I'm like, man. But that would have been the day. Y'all would have been like, damn. They'd have got to him a guy. He would have definitely felt the wrath. I'll tell you that now. But it's a good thing, though. It's a good thing, because I would have been in jail, probably, most likely. They probably would have came up there and got me, because I'm quite sure it was undercover up out there. So I'm quite sure it wasn't everybody with a uniform. I saw a couple uniformed police officers, but I'm quite sure it was some undercovers. But check it out, guys. What up, though, Ray? Big salute. Big salute. I'm going to get ready to get up out of here, because I'm about to get on the horn with George. And we're going to go from there so I can get him going. I appreciate the love. Everybody, LJ, you want to talk to the people? I'm about to let me get George together.
Hey, I just want to say, always end our talk by saying, call someone and tell them you love them, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. I just want to take this time out to tell all you guys that I love you guys. The time that we spend in the chat and things, going back and forth, I feel like we're family. We know each other. If anybody didn't know, tomorrow is my big day. I'm going under the knife tomorrow to try to get the surgery tomorrow to get the rest of this cancer out of me. And I just want to let everybody know, much love to everyone and appreciate y'all. Real talk.
Real talk. That's what's up. Everybody, I appreciate y'all. We'll do this again. Tomorrow I can't do it because my wife already let me know we got some business to take care of, some good business concerning our son getting ready to go off to college. Yeah, we getting ready to go off to college, so we got to go and take care of some things. But maybe Wednesday or something like that. Make sure you stay notified. Uh, Especially subscribe to the DST Facebook group and the Streaming Outside the Lines Facebook group. We get it in over there. Huff, Miss Billy, Dave be over there, just to name a few. Uh, I can't remember. Oliver be over there posting. Quite a few people. I can't remember off the top, but quite a few people be over there posting different ideas and things like that. What they do, and you can learn. All right, you come over there, ask some questions. We just don't talk about IPTV. Don't come over there with IPTV, and don't come over there trying to sell some Jordans or nothing. It's not that kind. It's not that kind of a group. All right. Got it. Hey, listen. Come holla at me. Come holla at LJ. Talk to one of the DST members, and when we go live, we can say, "Hey, go over here to ABC channel and do it." We do it out of love, but just don't do it on those platforms. All right. Other than that, guys, y'all be safe out here. I got to get with my guy George. We got to get him going, and I will see y'all on the next one, guys. Great conversation. Big salute. I am out. LJ, I will wrap with you shortly. Let me get on over here to George for George jump.
Okay, my brother.
All right, and I will wrap with you after I get done with George.
Much love.
All right, much love. Peace, guys. I'm out.